guys. You cause me agitation with my staff. But the guys love it. They love everything that you put out. So, you know, I appreciate that. And the agitation is well worth it because not only is my staff happy with everything that I have, yours, but my clients are happy as well. So you guys rock.
Well, thank you, Tina. Let's dive right in then. Let's show them what you're up to right now.
Healthy Teresa. You guys have been watching us create Healthy Teresa. Many of you guys on the call might see that we actually came up with a new cover after our cover games yesterday. So we are creating the building blocks for Healthy Teresa. We have Facebook, we have Pinterest, we'll have some YouTube for her, and as you'll see in later modules, we're going to create some other social platforms in her social media playground. And this is our new cover for her. I'm actually going to go live and show you some of the things that we've been creating. Now remember, all of you guys, we started this just with you guys just on Monday. We started from square one, just like you did. And my staff is adamantly working on putting together some really cool stuff with Teresa using some really cool tools. Let me pop you back in. Now, we have almost 1,000 people on the call, so I'm hoping that going live isn't going to kill us. But here we are at Facebook. How do you guys all like the new cover? Maria, you can tell me, are they liking it? They not liking it?
Oh my God, they're loving it. You should see it. They're like saying, wow, this is beautiful. Teresa looks fantastic, awesome, much better than yesterday's. And it just shows consulting in motion, you guys, on how we work with clients. So is this a cool case study or what?
Exactly.
They love
now
it.
Remember,
gorgeous.
This is, you're watching us do exactly what we need you guys to do. So we are using WP Fan Pro. I know a lot of you guys asked me about this yesterday, and we are literally creating these tabs here. One of my favorites that I'm going to show you is this one. This is the Chia Marketplace. And this is a simple, and remember, Gina, who I think is actually live on the call, and she's actually in the back end working on this right now, are all the Chia products right inside of Facebook. So how cool is that? That you can actually buy these products right inside of Facebook. It's a simple tab. It's got the point, make sure you like us right up here, which of course we do. And all the products can be purchased right inside of Facebook. Maria, what do you think about that? Do you think people want to buy stuff inside of Facebook?
That's hot, and you can charge $5,000 or more to do this for a local business. This is huge. I love it. This is the first time I'm seeing it, everyone. I mean, this is like poetry in motion. I love it.
Yes, and you got to remember, guys, that this is work in progress. Gina's like literally working inside of this site as we speak. So right now, let me just take you to one of our other pages, and let's take a peek and see how far she got on Meet Teresa. Oh, there's Teresa's beautiful picture, and a little opt-in box here. I know she's still working on this one too, but how do you guys like that? We have Teresa's picture. Get our Healthy Life from Within exclusive newsletter, $97 value for free in your inbox. And how nice is that, that it can connect right in with Facebook's? So this, guys, the way this is set up, this is an AWeber opt-in box. I can actually log in, and this is, truthfully, one of my best email addresses. And if you guys all start emailing me right now, I will change my email address. But this is great, and I want to show you the strategy because utilizing this box and the way the integration works with WP Fan Pro, in most cases, when people, the average person, sets up their Facebook page, they are setting it up with one of their best email addresses. So capturing that is a way that very likely you're going to be able to get through to that person the easiest. So let's see how far she's gotten. For those of you guys who are interested in affiliate marketing, you're going to watch, and I'm going to learn today. I am actually going to be taking notes. Gina's on the call with us too, and I'm going to learn some of the strategies that Jason and Wilson are going to be sharing with us, and we're going to show you how we are going to be putting up an affiliate marketing stream right here inside of WP Fan Pro and Facebook. And then the last thing we have here, and this is new, we just put this one up. As you guys know, the entire process with Teresa has 4 different fastest path to cash methodologies. I had Gina throw this up here so you guys could see what we're selling. This is a gluten-free desserts cookbook powered by Chia Via. We'll add the add to cart and make this pretty over the next day or two. So success leaves clues. And guys, I want you to watch what we do with Healthy Teresa. because we're going to be creating all of this and integrating it in with her mobile. Now I'm just going to show you a sneak peek. We got her WP Mobile up here. This is her m.healthyteresa.com. You'll be able to watch this over the next 24 hours turn into an awesome mobile site that we're actually going to have a text messaging campaign attached to that fits in with that recipe book. So does that sound exciting, guys? And you guys are watching us do it. We're doing this really with you, for you, and for Teresa. We have a $25,000 in 90-day goal. And I don't know about you, Maria, I think that we might actually be able to do it.
I think so. This rocks. I mean, this is so professional. I love how this looks. And a lot of people are asking, how did you put that all together? What software did you use? And you know what, Tina?
You know
what software did we use?
Let's do this then. Let's pop right on over here and hand it off to the experts who taught us how to do what we're doing. Maria, you want to change presenters and give it away to Jason, and they'll learn the secrets right now.
Absolutely. Share your secrets, Jason Wilson.
Sure, and just so everybody's clear, and so I'm clear, is I believe last night you didn't have any of that stuff up. Is that correct?
Oh, nothing. We hadn't had any of it up, literally. We had to, and we literally, can I tell you, the reason why we've been running slow on it is literally our graphics guy didn't get in until almost 10 o'clock this morning. So we wanted to kind of use some of these new graphics. So literally we had no graphics to use. So Gina has been working on this. As soon as those graphics came in, she got those tabs put up, and she's creating as we speak.
Excellent. So cool. So that just shows you how fast you can do it with the right tools. I'm going to share with you some tips today that you can make you a lot of money if you understand and follow them. Worst case scenario, though, get this. It's going to at least put you in a position to where you don't sink. You can still swim. Because there's a trend going on right now that a lot of people aren't aware of, and they're going to continue to fall so far behind if they don't get around this trend and use it to their advantage. And I don't care what business model you're using or how you decide you want to make money. This is going to be very relevant to you today, if for no other reason it will save you from drowning. But ideally, if it clicks with you and you totally understand it and get behind it, it can instead make you a ton of money, easier and faster, hopefully, than you've ever thought possible. So I'm going to break down some Facebook fan page techniques and secrets and tactics and strategies and methods that we've discovered, not only for ourselves with our vast experience in Facebook, but we literally have close to 10,000 clients that have worked with us with Facebook. And guess what? We know all their secrets as well. And some of them we're allowed to share with you today, too. And just so you know, I'm the CEO of a little business that we call Rapid Crush Inc. It's a business we started in March of 2011 with $0 in the bank account, and we grew that to a near $2 million business in less than 9 months. And in fact, I believe we did that in 12 or 13 months. Now, specifically, let's talk about Facebook. Let's start there. Back in the day, and I believe the change happened March 1st of this year, but back in the day before that, you had this really small Facebook fan page that you could create. That was the negative, that it wasn't that big. The positive, though, was you could actually land people right on your fan page. So if I went to if I said, hey, go to facebook.com/Tina Williams page, you wouldn't see a timeline necessarily, or you wouldn't see the default landing wall tab. You would actually see whatever she wanted you to see. So if she had built a Facebook fan page tab, she could directly drop you into that and bypass the normal Facebook stuff. And that was a really cool strategy, I thought. So, for example, when people went directly to Tina's page, they could land on something like this. Welcome to the official page for Tina Williams. You know, build community around your business, and your community will build your business around you. And then click the like button above. Boom. And she could have even done something like, hey, I got a free report for you. Click the like button above to access it. And that's called like gating. So she's literally forcing them to like it before they can proceed. You used to be able to do all that stuff directly before March 1st of 2012. Now they have this thing called timelines. So they do not allow you directly from Facebook to land people any other place except for this place. And this place will have the featured image, it will have your little icon over here, and then it will have your tabs down here, such as the like me, the good karma, the do-it-yourself, and then underneath of it, of course, as you've seen, it has all these little fancy timeline stuff that you can do with it. And when this change first happened, I got to be honest with you, I was pissed off. Because I was like, first of all, I'm going to have to learn all these new skills and new things and change my strategies completely because a lot of what was working with Facebook quit working overnight. Secondly, you can see definitely what Facebook wants us to do and wants everybody who uses Facebook to do for business purposes, and that's go with more of a branding platform, but also kind of this community platform. Facebook did not like direct selling, which is what I'm in the business of doing. Direct selling, for example, is you come to my page, and my sole purpose is to show you what I have for you that I know is good for you and offer it to you at a really good price and hopefully make the sale. My job is not to, over time of 6 or 9 or 12 months, get you to feel warm and fuzzy about me and get these good feelings associated with me. So therefore, when you decide to find a solution, you might come to me because of the branding relationship we've established. That's not the world that I grew up in. But if you look at the timelines here, you can see this is heavily branded. They want you to have this image without any calls to action, like, you know, click this here, go here, that, just an image for branding purposes. All that stuff is going on. And so I thought, well, this sucks. Facebook, you really can't make as much money with it anymore when this change happened. But I was wrong because I had a client I was working with. This is a little fitness, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, a franchise out in Chicago, Illinois. They just opened up like at the end of last year. And I told the guy, I said, hey, don't upgrade to the new timeline yet, because this was before March 1st, until I do some stuff. And he responds back to me via an email. And he says, sorry, I already did it. And I was like, oh, my God. So, you know, we weren't even prepared. He switched the site over before I could even do anything. And I went in there and I looked at his stats. And lo and behold, his page was performing significantly better. His fan page app was performing significantly better than it was before the timelines were introduced. And what we found is participation has went up across all his Facebook fan pages and apps and tabs, so as engagements. And as a result, more people are referring more people to his Facebook fan pages. So I thought, Facebook knew what they were doing when they made these changes. And in addition, we can now design nicer pages when we do get people to click on our landing pages and our tab pages, like what Tina has there, like the Like Me page or the Good Karma page or the Do It Yourself, because we have a lot more room to do stuff. We don't have this tiny, skinny, narrow thing like we used to have in the past. So I changed my tune. The other thing that I noticed was a lot of businesses who were already pretty bad off when it came to Facebook were even worse off now than they were previously. Because, heck, they haven't even integrated with the last 5 Facebook changes. And now this radical change has put a lot of local businesses in a tough spot. Even to this very day, they haven't done anything to take advantage of this timeline stuff. Okay? They haven't done anything to take advantage of the new opportunities Facebook has presented, which are very pro-local business friendly. And so we call this opportunity. Okay? We call this opportunity because what happened overnight was literally millions of different businesses with billions of dollars to spend are now prime prospects for us to contact and make some money with. I find that interesting. Okay? It's just amazing, the opportunity that's available there. And even with existing clients, I noticed this opportunity immediately, and I think, Tina, you can echo my sentiments, is I made a lot of money with existing clients with Facebook because I had to go back and do a whole bunch of different updates for them and new things. And each one of those was billed out. I'm assuming you had a similar experience, right?
Have you heard our new little jingle?
No, I have not.
Make a change, make a charge, make a change, make a charge. We make a change, we make a charge. And we've been doing it with our current clients, with new clients, and we've actually, as we were teaching, and we started this when we were actually in Fort Lauderdale, we were teaching from the stage, we got everybody like singing that little make a change, make a charge theme because it has changed my entire business model. Because literally with the timelines and all the cool things that you could do, changing those tabs on a regular basis and changing the order, all of that, and when it's done easily, effectively, and efficiently, you can add that to your recurring income streams from these clients. So every time you make a change, you make a charge. So to me, I should be sending Facebook flowers or something because I'm psyched about these changes.
And that should be music to everybody's ears who's listening, because there is an unbridled opportunity here that a lot of people aren't aware of that allows somebody, even if they're brand new, day one in this game, to take advantage of immediately. And there's rarely opportunities like this. They present themselves so very rarely. And so I want you to be in a position to say, yes, Jason, yes, Tina, yes, Maria, I want to take advantage of these. And some of these things, this is what Facebook specifically excels
Hey, Jason?
at. Yes.
Hey, Jason, sorry to interrupt you, but I had to say this. Barbara Purdue just typed in, just as you were saying that, and Tina said make a change, make a charge. Just since she started the Ultimate Social Challenge, she's already got, within a 5-minute chat, she's already got a client from this, and then now she's working on client number 2 since the challenge sign-up. Just, this is awesome.
Yep, so Barbara's already making money, and I love how you said a 5-minute chat. I want everybody to pin mark that in your mind, because we will come back to that. I have something like that in my presentation. Let me tell you now what Facebook excels at. I've done paid advertising for clients like the Farrells Extreme Body Shaping. We did a whole bunch of local advertising for them. And Facebook allows us to do things for them like we would target only females ages 18 to 24 who said that they liked physical fitness or that they exercise regularly, and we were able to target within an 18-mile radius of certain zip codes to these people on their Facebook profile pages. And that's the kind of advertising you can do with Facebook that you cannot do with any other medium on the planet when it comes to online marketing. And because you can do marketing like that, it becomes more effective and cheaper than things like Google pay-per-click and other paid platforms, okay? In addition, viral marketing. There is nothing easier in Facebook to create a viral effect than there is with creating a fan page, because 99% of the tools that you'll need for viral marketing, and viral marketing is simply, the definition of viral marketing is it's so easy for other people to refer others to you, and that's what it is. There's nothing easier to do that than with Facebook, because other tools that would take hours, days, weeks, or months and cost considerable amounts of monies to implement and set up are actually already pre-built into your fan pages. So when somebody likes you, okay, guess what happens? It shows up on their profile. And all of their friends have the ability to see that. And then guess what happens? Some of them go to the page that you just liked. Ta-da, free traffic, right? I mean, that's just some of the many ways that viral marketing is a part of Facebook, and that's why it's so important to use Facebook fan pages as web properties to make money online. In addition, I'm not sure how much or how little you touched on this, Tina and Maria, but the mobile opportunity, combining mobile with Facebook, is insane. Right now, mobile is growing at a rate faster than any other media has ever grown in existence. Just to give you an idea, Google and CompuServe, CompuWare, they did independent studies, and they both found out that by 2013, more people are going to be accessing the Internet via a smartphone than either a laptop or a computer combined. And so mobile has taken over everything, and there's no more important place to get behind mobile than on Facebook, because at any given time, nearly 50% of all the people logged into Facebook are on some sort of mobile device. And if you understand how to use that to your advantage for yourself or for local businesses, there's a lot of money to be had there. In addition to that, I really like to do affiliate marketing with Facebook. And I was turned on to this because some of our top affiliates in our internet marketing business who were promoting us, I started tracking down and saying, how are they making all these sales? Because I've never seen or heard of this person before. And I discovered mostly it was through Facebook. They were creating fan pages around my products, around my services, just around our company in general, and they were promoting us. And they were getting picked up in the search engines. They were getting the viral effects. They were getting likes. They were advertising them. And I thought, wow, I have never seen affiliate marketing done so effectively than on Facebook. And in my opinion, the greatest opportunity of all is to help local businesses, because literally, if you have a little bit of spunk, you could go out and within 24 hours make $500 or more. And I don't know of any brand new business that you can start that can have effects like that. Well, I know a couple of them, but they're very rare and they're very far and few between. Okay? So this flies in the face of the traditional model of how people are used to making money online. Typically what they're used to making money online with is a three-letter word called SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. Okay? The thing that like 99% of people do to try to make money online is they try to get a high ranking in Google for a keyword term. So if somebody typed in something like, gluten-free recipes, hopefully they would show up in the top 10, and then somebody would click on their result, go to their page, and then once they were on their page, they would either buy something directly for them or maybe buy something through an affiliate link or perform some sort of action that would get that website owner some cash. Okay, that's the model that everybody seems to want to do to make money online. I have never really done that model because I see a lot of inherent flaws with that model. Specifically, many of those flaws are it's completely out of your control. I mean, it's so far out of your control as opposed to Facebook. Here's the difference. I call it humans and robots. Okay, Google is robots and Facebook is humans. Facebook is predicated on social interaction, whereas Google is predicated on computations. And so, a Panda update can literally change everything overnight, like which they did last year. They called it the Panda update. And all these search engine rankings were disrupted in a blink of an eye. The recent one called the negative SEO updates, and all these search engine results are interrupted in a blink of the eye. Okay, today, for example, did you realize Google made a significant update on this very day that I'm doing this live? And they call it the Google PageRank update. Okay, the Penguin update, the Google Dance update. All of these things have taken place in the span of the last 6 to 8 months. Okay? And wow, not much you can do about it other than cross your fingers and pray. So this is what Facebook and mobile represent that a lot of the other web properties do not exist. The future is more human than robotic. You got to understand this is not only going on just today, but this is where the future is going. Okay? What do you suppose we'll want? And what do we strive for? And what will eventually end up making the most sense for us as a whole group of people? Having a computer dictate what we find and where we go to find it, or having other humans do so? And we call these social signals in the business. And more people are using social signals to make buying decisions as opposed to using search queries. And this is a trend that is not going to end. It's going to keep going further and further as technology improves, basically through Facebook, where social signals are going to make a majority of our buying decisions as opposed to search queries. And obviously Facebook is one of the best platforms, if not the best platform, to take advantage of this. However, when you analyze opportunity with Facebook, I have to tell you this. Some people are aware, and they're savvier than most. They say, okay, Facebook has an opportunity here. I want to use it. But it ends there. Okay? They still miss the boat. They still don't quite get it because they view Facebook as one entity. They view Facebook in a vacuum. They don't understand the true power of Facebook is the hybriding capabilities, the whole social media playground. Okay? Facebook might be the merry-go-round in the middle of the playground, but it is not the whole playground. Okay? It's the hub, but it's much more than just one thing that should be viewed independently. Okay, treating Facebook as its own island, well, that's what everybody who's trying to use Facebook does to make money. And if you do what everybody else does to make money with Facebook, then what happens? If you do what everybody else does, you are going to get the same results everybody else gets. And guess what results most people are getting? Nothing to brag about. Okay? So you can't do that. That's the tendency. That's what everybody else wants to do. That's not what you're going to do. You're going to understand how to hybrid Facebook.
Jason,
so to speak.
the answers in here are hysterical. We'd be losers. It's hysterical. And I love your analogy because that's exactly what we're sticking with this playground theory that Facebook is like that merry-go-round. But you're so right. You can't always play with just one toy. And Maria and I love toys. We like to have lots of them around us. That's why it's essential that Pinterest and mobile and all the other social toys out there that you keep playing with them, guys, because you don't want to just do what everybody else does. You want to mix it up and have lots of things to do because there's different strokes for different folks. And you know what? I know this is a scary concept, Jason. I don't know anybody who actually is like this, but I think there are people who actually don't like Facebook.
Well, it makes sense. I was one of those people.
I know. That's why I said it. I was like, I know you were like one of those people to begin with. And yeah, and now look at you. I mean, you rock. I mean, and everything that you have. And I mean, literally the Facebook Genius product that these guys got access to, you're like the king now.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like I didn't like Facebook because I thought, man, it's so easy for people to connect with each other. And I don't want to hear about somebody in high school that I used to sit behind in biology class tell me about how their daughter just went to the ballet the other night. But I realized that I could fight that tendency, or I could use that to my advantage. And furthermore, what I really realized is Facebook is so incredibly smart. They're probably the smartest company on the planet right now because they're doing everything that's going to force everybody to have to use them anyway. So if I'm going to have to come and be forced to use them, I might as well figure out the way to use them the best. And I'm glad that you brought up some of the things that I'm going to talk about next, because Facebook should be an integration of the most powerful platforms, okay? And so what we can do is if we integrate Facebook with mobile, if we integrate it with Pinterest, if we integrate it with some of these other things, we're going to create an unstoppable, dominant force that attracts wealth in a way unrivaled by anything else. So here's an example of this. Okay, we can integrate Facebook fan pages with Pinterest. All right? So this is how this works. I could put up images on my fan page that if you hovered over with your mouse, this little button would appear that would say pin it. And then if you clicked on that button, guess what would happen? You could pin that image to
Hey, we lost Jason. Can you guys hear me? It's Maria here. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry.
Tina, are you there?
Yeah, I got you. I just lost Jason for a second. He's back.
We just got excited about being pinned.
Yeah, well, let me show you this. Let me load up this page here. So here's an example of a page that I created with FanPro, and it's very similar kind of to what she was showing you, Tina was earlier, only it's not a store. But see where we have this right here, Maria and Tina. If we hover over this, see what happens there? Pin it on Pinterest. All right? We can do this with any and all images, and this is inside of Facebook. Nobody's using Pinterest inside of Facebook. We're the only people we know that are actively doing this. And if we click pin, a little thing pops up, and notice it's already pre-filled in that says Maria and Tina are awesome. Okay? So I don't have to type anything. You can control what is already pre-filled in there, and then I can click pin it. Okay? And so then when it's done, I can either tweet my pin or I can see my pin. And so if you see this here, Jason Fladlin just pinned Maria and Tina Williams. Maria and Tina are awesome. And if I click on that, guess where it takes me to? The website. Interesting. Can you see how we can get a lot of traffic through Pinterest just by doing that, just by making all of our images on Facebook pinnable? It's that simple. Okay? That's one of the ways that we integrate Pinterest with Facebook. So we don't just use Facebook for Facebook purposes. We use Facebook integrated with Pinterest. And this is why this is important that you start doing stuff like this. Pinterest sends more referral traffic than Google+, YouTube, and LinkedIn combined. Okay? There's only a few places that send more referral traffic. The number one most referral traffic is Facebook by leaps and bounds, 25.6%. Okay, but Pinterest, they're number 5. Now, if you use Facebook and Pinterest, so it's kind of like this self-feeding cycle that cycles back into itself, you have this thing that's getting you viral traffic from both Facebook and Pinterest simultaneously. That's how powerful this is. And this is why we don't just use one. And this is why we don't just use the other. This is why we use both together. Because it only takes us a few extra clicks of a button to make image pinnable on Facebook with FanPro, right? And now we're going to get all this Pinterest traffic. Because here's what you can do with Pinterest. Your friends who see those images can repin them, and then their friends can see it, right? They can like those images, they can comment on those images, and most importantly, like we discussed, they can click on your images and go to your website. All right? Now, if you didn't realize this, Pinterest is the fastest growing web property of all time. Nobody has ever reached the success of having so many users adopted so quickly as Pinterest has. Now this is the way that we're using Pinterest most logically, because this is how Pinterest was made to be used. Nobody's using it. Now this is how you are going to use it for yourself. Now imagine this. I want you to imagine this. Let's step back for a second. And Tina, I would love to hear your input on this. Imagine if we went to a local business owner and said, hey, would you like to make all your images pinnable on Pinterest? So that way you can get a lot more people visiting your Facebook fan page.
Jason, I might have to say that that is just about the very same question that our beloved Healthy Teresa got from us last night after we had talked and I heard the amazing stuff that you had. And literally this morning, she's been sending us all kinds of images from events that she's done on her products, going through and grabbing images of her affiliate products that she wants to market. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Thankfully, you have a tool that'll make it easy for me. And we're going to be doing just that over the next week. And you guys are going to watch how we do that live. And when I said that, I mean, and you have to remember, Teresa, we're going to actually have her live on a call, guys, so you can hear her take on this. She didn't really understand what Pinterest was. I just gave her the long story short and said it's going to help you with that profit zone and that goal of making $25,000 in the next 90 days, and that you can make people see your images using, pinning them right through Facebook, and Facebook is all she knows. Her only words were like, when can we start? How do you do it?
That's the beautiful thing, Tina. Nobody's going to local businesses right now and offering services related to Pinterest. It's a wide open market. And undoubtedly, this is what happens. A local business owner would say, what's Pinterest? And you would say, oh, I'm glad you asked. It's only the fastest growing web property with the most referral traffic outside of Facebook that this world has ever seen, where people can literally pin your images, share them with friends, but as a result, people who like your images are going to click on them and go to your website. Would you like us to do that for Facebook? Yeah, we can have that conversation.
You know what, Jason? What I'm finding with local businesses and talking about Pinterest, all of you guys who are affiliate marketers or just starting out, content creation is such a struggle for people. But pictures and images are easy, and they invoke such emotion that when you tell them all you got to do is give me pictures of your products, your services, or just images in general, can I tell you, I'm just finding it so much easier. When I told her that she didn't have to write for me, all she had to do was send me pictures, I could feel the sigh of relief, and that if she gave me those images, I could make them go full circle 24/7 to work for her. It's just the sweat. All of a sudden you see them, the sweat dries off, and they're like sigh of relief that all they got to do is give you images.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, Jason.
Just to give an example, if you type in dress here and you look at the different dresses that are shown, and you'll see a lot of these will be repinned over and over again here. Like I saw this one a couple times, and I saw this one a couple times. If we click on these images, guess where they're taking us to? Okay, is this not just a site that sells stuff? Interesting, huh? Now let me ask you a question further. Do you think it's
had a daughter that just came from the prom? Yes. Yes.
Do you think it would be more effective
from a prom dress?
Do you think it would be more effective to sell this via a website from a social media site like Pinterest, or do you think it'd be more effective to sell this from a fan page, which is also a social media site, just like Pinterest? Okay. The answer, obviously, is you want to take them from one social media site to another social media site. That's what you want to do. And so they're missing out on the boat here. And everybody who's using Pinterest and not sending people to a sales platform inside of Facebook is probably, with very rare exception, missing out on the profit potential. And the beauty of this is like if I click on this and I want to repin this image, then, again, I don't have to type anything if I don't want to. And if I pin it on my board, now guess what happens? Now if people are looking at my Pinterest board, they can go through that site, you know? That's how powerful this is. And again, I don't think Pinterest is that effective unless it's tied with Facebook. So that's one of the ways that we can use Pinterest. Another way that we can actually use it is put one button on our fan page. And then it says, you know, pin it. If they click on it, then it will show every single image on the site, and they can choose the images that they want to pin. So that's just some of the ways that you can integrate with Facebook and Pinterest. Here's another way, integrating with mobile. So remember the fact that we discussed earlier that nearly 50% of your website visitors on Facebook are going to be on a mobile device. This is why you want to use something like text message marketing. So what happens here, for example, on this fan page, you can see somebody could sign up. So I could say, hey, would you like to get a text message anytime we have a special offer, a coupon or discount for our widgets? If so, go ahead and enter your mobile phone in the box that you see below. And somebody would enter their mobile phone and click submit, and they're on a text message list. Okay? So I can log in and I can send a broadcast to every single person that was on the text message list and text them saying, hey, I'm having a special, go here to check it out. Or call me, or visit this store, or go to this URL, or click on this button here, or reply to this text. However I want to do it, I can do it. Now, mobile marketing on its own is very effective. Okay? Now imagine mobile marketing inside of a Facebook fan page. If you went to a local business and said, hey, check this out. Imagine if people went to your fan page, they clicked here, and you offered them free mobile coupons if they just put in their phone number. Do you think that would help your business significantly? And do you think there's probably a better use of your advertising dollars than what you're currently spending to get your word out? And the answer to that is undoubtedly. Now, who does this? Okay? I don't know 1 out of 1,000 people who do this, just like I don't know 1 out of 1,000 people who integrate with Pinterest and Facebook the way that we're discussing. Now imagine if you integrated both Pinterest and mobile on your fan pages. Did it for yourself and did it for clients. That is what we call a 6-figure business that you're starting and planting the seeds of virtually overnight. And again, the best opportunity I think that everybody on this call should do is setting up fan pages and optimizing Facebook Facebook timeline pages for local businesses. And I'm sure you might be asking yourself this question, because I know a lot of you are just new to this Facebook stuff, and that's great because you're making a step in the right direction. But you might say, hey, Jason, what makes me qualified to do this? What makes me qualified to offer services related to Facebook and charge premium prices if I've never even set up a Facebook fan page before in my life? You know, that's a very excellent question. And here's the answer to that question. You will use tools to do this. The value you bring helping local businesses is you know the right tools to use that they would never, ever, ever, ever know about. And these tools can do 99% of the work for you. Now, here's a good question. It's a relevant question. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? You know, on one hand, what happens if the local business owners knew about the tools and you just told them about the tools? Do you think they would actually do it themselves? Okay? Do you think they would even want to do it themselves? Do you think it would be a breath of fresh air if they could just pay you a decent nominal fee, even if they did know of those tools, to do it for them? And the answer is, this is an obvious yes. Even though you could tell them the tools that you're going to use and how it makes it brain dead simple to do this, they say, great, here's a check, now go and do it. Because the accountant is the accountant. The accountant doesn't want to mess with the Facebook, but he wants to get more accounting clients, right? The dentist is a dentist, okay? He wants to do dental work. He doesn't want to mess around Facebook, but he'll take a lot more clients, and he'll pay you money to do that. This is what's so wonderful about this. It's extremely easy on your part to deliver these services, and it's going to get them better results than what they're currently paying to try to get new clients. And it's so easy. So let's break this down. One more thing for you to realize and the opportunity that presents. When late adopters become early adopters, I'll give you a quick story. My dad would run about 8 or 9 miles every single day. He just loved to run. And he had this Walkman that he would take with him when he ran. and he wore that Walkman like a badge of courage. And the CD player came out, and he said, nope, not going to buy it. Love this Walkman, okay? And then, you know, the MP3 player came out. And he was like, well, no, I'm not going to get it, okay? Then the iPod Touch came out, and he got it. He was one of the first people to buy it. Opening day, boom, he's there. Why? How did this late adopter become the earliest adopter? Well, a lot of things. One, he became self-conscious of the Walkman finally. He became so out of touch that he decided it was time to do something. Two, that Walkman was falling apart. It got old. It got decrepit, you know? And three, it was finally mainstream enough for him to feel comfortable using it. And it didn't seem like a fad anymore. He's like, yes, this new technology is here to stay. Well, this is what's happening right now with businesses and stuff related to Facebook and mobile. This is what's happening. They missed the boat on all the other opportunities that they could have taken advantage of to help them with their business, and now they don't want to miss out on another one. They become extremely self-conscious, and at the same time, they see in Facebook everywhere, and they know they need to be doing something, and so this is a case when the late adopters are going to become the earliest adopters. So here's what you should do. Here's your goal. Your goal is to target local businesses to either pay to set up their fan page for them or to fix up an existing fan page. And then, once you do that, they will hire you as their social media consultant. And typically, here's what you can charge for a fan page. Anywhere from as little to $500 to $5,000 up front or even more. And that could be just for one tab. So just a welcome page or just one tab, like Tina showed you 4 different tabs that Teresa had. You could charge that much up front, plus you can charge a recurring fee as well. From as little as just making sure the site stays up and stays up to date, to as much as, you know, cleaning up comments and making sure that people aren't leaving comment spam on the Facebook fan page, and just maintaining all their social properties for them. Now, who should do this? Okay, we have 999 people on this call right now as I'm looking at this. 992 attendees and 7 staff members, okay? And I'm saying 992 people on this call should do this, and everybody listening to the replay should do this. Everybody who ever comes in contact should start doing this ASAP. I'm talking as in today when you get off this call, okay? Now, I don't care if you consider yourself a consultant or not. I don't care if you've ever set up a fan page in your life or not. I don't care if you just woke up today and discovered Facebook for the first time in your life. I want you to do this, all right? Because it's an easy opportunity for you to make money. And here's why I want you to make money. The more money you make, the more money you will have to invest in tools that I might offer you. And so it's very self-serving of me to make you want to make a lot more money, because the more money you make, the more money you can then spend with me down the line, all right? And this is one of the easiest ways to make that money. And here I'm going to contradict the general wisdom of the gurus who say, hey, you should start off right away charging top dollar prices. Charge what you're worth, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's nice. And in an ivory tower, that's good advice. But in the real world, here's what I want. I want you to taste success as quickly as possible. So charge a low price. Charge a lower than what you would normally charge price when you're starting just to get that first client. Because what you'll find is you're going to make a whole bunch more money continuing to service that client on the back end. Plus, they're going to tell their friends who are going to want to come and hire you. And it's very easy for you to raise your prices quickly as the demand applies for it. So you don't have to worry about being a top-notch salesperson. Just go out there and make some money. Make it in as little as 24 hours, but please make it by the end of this week. And here is the model that you're going to use to make this money, okay? The first thing you're going to decide on is what specific segment or industry or field am I going to go after to help with Facebook, all right? There's a lot of different ones you can go after. I say pick any one of the following, but pick just one of them. Gyms and fitness centers are brain dead simple to get clients in. Restaurants, bars, pubs, clubs, financial consultants, insurance agents, doctors, dentists, accountants, churches, lawyers. Pick one of those, okay? Here, I will help you make your decision on which one you will pick, okay? If you already have connections in one of these fields, start there, okay? If you don't, what I want you to do is this. Number these 1 to 10, close your eyes, and randomly pick one, and start there. All right? Because it really doesn't matter. Just pick one. Pick one as quickly as possible, and that's who you're going to go after. Now, by the way, on these lists, I'll tell you some of the ones that I like. I like ones who the business owner's name is also the name of the business. So that's true with most lawyers. That's true with most accountants, with most dentists, with most doctors, with most insurance agents, with most financial consultants. Okay? It's really cool to know the business owner's name before you ever contact them. And so that's some of the stuff that I like to do, and that's some of the reasons some of these targets are on here. Okay? That's step one. Step number 2, locate low-hanging fruit. So let me give you an example. Here's this guy, all right? Since I moved to Little Coralville, Iowa, it's a little suburb of Iowa City. I moved here about 3 years ago, and they send me a big old thick phone book every year. And so every year since I've lived in this new city, this guy right here, old Smiling Jay, that's his name. His name's Jay. Okay, I threw on the smiling part. But every single year on the back cover of this big, thick phone book, he has a full-page ad on the back cover of the yellow pages. You know, Jay blank blank is his name. Attorney at law. Free initial consultation for OWI, criminal defense, workers' compensation. I'm looking right at the back of my yellow pages right now. The back cover. Now, Tina, let me ask you this. You have a really good experience with this. In an average city, how much per year is somebody going to pay to advertise on the back cover of a phone book?
Honestly, I can tell you that $2,000, I think, is the average here in the Tampa area or more.
I'm talking the back cover, not a yellow page ad itself. I'm talking the cover, the whole back cover of the yellow page book.
Oh, God, probably closer to 5,000, right?
15 to 20,000 for a lot of the cities.
Oh, my God, it's that much?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So I think they have a budget, don't they?
Yeah, it's typically $5,000 to $10,000 for a full-page ad inside the yellow pages, but it's $20,000 up to $50,000 on the back cover, depending how big the city is. Okay, but you'd be hard pressed to find any city that you can advertise on the yellow page book for less than $5,000 a year on the back cover. So this person, what that tells me is two things. One, they're in the business to get more clients. Otherwise, they wouldn't be advertising, correct? The second thing it tells me is they have a budget to spend on advertising. And every single year, they've been advertising this. So here's what I did, okay? In this case, it's an attorney. I knew the name of the guy. So what did I do? I went to Facebook. I typed in under the search his name. Boom. Profile pops up. Okay? Not a fan page, keep in mind, a profile. A profile. The beautiful thing about a profile is I can direct message him. So I can click on the message button where that green arrow is pointing, and I can message him. And I can say, hey, I saw your advertisement on the back, and I noticed you have a Facebook profile, and it's relatively well filled in. Have you ever considered creating a fan page for your law practice? If so, I can give you some good pointers. Let me know. Just message me back, right? And then friend him as well. The other cool thing is, in this case, on a profile under activities and interests, notice the red circle under attorney at law. Well, there's a whole bunch of people that I can find profile pages for there who probably don't have fan pages, so I'm going to check. So this is one example of low-hanging fruit. I'll give more examples as we progress, but this is just an obvious example, okay? Now, after you find the low-hanging fruit, you're going to want to contact them, so you click the message button. And you can click a message button on a profile. You can also click a message to message the admin of the fan page if you were landing on a fan page. And you're going to want to send a message that kind of follows these lines. I'm not going to give you a fill-in-the-blank, cut and paste, send en masse message. Because I have found with Facebook, that's just not the best approach. It's really hit or miss. It works for some people, doesn't work for other people. Okay? Instead, I am going to help you understand what you need to do to start a conversation with these local businesses. So basically, you send a message to them to see if they are open to some different ways to use Facebook to increase their branding presence and revenue for their business. That's the whole point of your initial contact, just to start a conversation. Let me tell you the reason why a lot of people don't make money, period. Okay? They don't talk to enough people. It's as simple as that. Okay? Somebody comes to me and says, hey, Jason, I want to make $1,000 by next week. What do? I say, well, you go out there and you start selling fan page services and Facebook services to local business. Okay? A week later, they come back to me. I say, Jason, things aren't going so good. Haven't made any money. I said, well, how many people did you talk to? They said, well, I sent out some messages. I didn't get any replies. I go, so you talked to 0 people. Okay? Making money with this stuff is as simple as talking to people and getting conversations started. I am not oversimplifying this. That's just the way that it is. All right? You said to me, well, Jason, I'm not that good at selling. I say, well, who cares? Just have conversations. You're not selling. You are having a conversation. You say, hey, let's talk about Facebook. Would you be interested in knowing some different ways that you can use Facebook to increase your branding presence or revenue in your business? All right? If they say, yeah, start telling them stuff that you just learned on this webinar and on the previous trainings that Maria and Tina have done. Okay? If they're interested, here's what they're going to do. They're going to say, well, that's great. What's it going to take for us to work together to make something like this happen? You say, well, I'm glad you asked. This is what we can do for you, and this is how much it's going to be. And that's as simple. It's just that. There's really nothing more to it. Okay? All your goal is to go out there and start conversations. Once you do that, you will find naturally, if you start enough conversations, some of them will automatically close themselves. And as a result, you could easily make $1,000 or more in a week if you just talk to enough people. That's what you do. Everybody goes out there with the intent of, I got to sell this to the local business. I got to sell. Sell, 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 sell. With that kind of mindset, it's no wonder people are struggling. That's not the mindset you're going to have. First of all, that creates too much pressure on you. Therefore, it's unlikely you're actually going to do anything and get anything accomplished. And furthermore, it just creates this weird kind of tension between you and the people that you're contacting. Okay? That's not the mindset you want. Your mindset is, I'm just going to talk to these guys, these owners, these business owners. Just going to talk to them. And if the conversation naturally progresses, when we start discussing ways they can use Facebook in their business, to something where they inquire to me if I can perform some of that stuff or know somebody who does, well, then great. We'll make some money. That approach is more effective. Much more effective than the approach of where everybody goes out there and just tries to sell something to somebody right away when it comes to this consulting stuff, this Facebook stuff, this mobile stuff, etc. Let me give you some more examples of low-hanging fruit. People that you want to contact and just start conversations with. So let me give you an example. All right? If I go to Facebook and I start searching for things, and let me show you one of my favorite techniques to do. Okay? So I will go to like Google, and we will type in, well, here we go. Tina, give me, what city are you from?
I'm in Tarpon Springs.
What's that?
Tarpon Springs. It's
Tarpon, like that?
Nope. Yep, Tarpon Springs right underneath it. There you go, with the O.
Okay. Tarpon Springs restaurants. I go to Google and I type that in. Okay? I just want to find a list of different restaurants that are around here. All right? So this looks like it has a list of different restaurants. So I click on that. So we have Hella's Restaurant. So if I go to Facebook and I do a search for Hella's Restaurant, this is very interesting. Notice that none of these have pages. They're all places. Okay? These aren't pages, they're places. And so here's the one in Tarpon Springs. If I click on that, guess what? 97 people were here. 8 people are talking about it. 3 people have liked this page, but nobody has claimed it. So if I click on Know the Owner, Do you know the owner of Hellas Restaurant and Bakery or someone connected to this business? Enter their name or email address below, and we'll send them a message to let them know how they can claim this page. Now, how hard would it be for you to find the owner of this page? Does anybody have any ideas how we could do that? Could we not just call them and say, hey, I'm just curious, who owns Hellas Restaurant and Bakery? Oh, that's old Johnny Boy. Okay, well, tell Johnny Boy he doesn't have his Facebook page claimed. I was just doing a search one day, and I can help him claim it. If he's interested, have him give me a call back. That's it. Just starting a conversation, right? That's just one of the many ways that you can do it. There's a heck of a lot of other ways to do it as well. And so that's low-hanging fruit. People, businesses that have places on Facebook that Facebook has created for them, and that's it. Because notice this. There's no telephone here. Okay? There's no address here. There's no website here. Nothing. But people are visiting it. People are finding it. People are recommending it. Okay? But nobody's doing anything with it. Okay? Nobody's doing anything with it. That's low-hanging fruit. Okay, we can go to another one here. Let me close this tab. And we could do something like Costas Restaurant. So Costas Pepis' Restaurant, I'm assuming. And let me find it here. Notice this. No pages, just places. No pages, just places. So here's one. 193 people like this. And it's just a stupid place, okay? In this case, it looks like somebody actually has now made it a page. Interesting. Because it wasn't a place. It was under the places, but it's definitely a page. But here's the other thing. They do not have any apps for fan pages. They just have a timeline. No apps for the pages itself. So there's a lot of opportunity here as well. All right? We can continue. I'll do one more. Xanta Cafe Neo. All right? Oops. 0 results. Isn't that an opportunity? That's low-hanging fruit. There's no results. 0 results. Not a single one. No place, no page, no nothing. All right? Low-hanging fruit. So all you got to do is type in a city. It doesn't even matter if it's your city. Just type in any city plus whatever industry you're targeting, and then start doing searches on Facebook and see who has pages and who doesn't have pages, who has places and who doesn't have places. All right? Here's another great example of low-hanging fruit. Here's Leaf Kitchen. And Leaf Kitchen's down here in Iowa City, Iowa. It's about 20 minutes from me. And if we type in Leaf Kitchen here, you will see right here, 785 likes, 6 people talking about it. A lot of activity going on here. All right? However, what's the one thing, the biggest thing of all, in my opinion, that should be noticed? And these are all real places, yes. Okay? Here's the biggest thing that should be noticed, right here. No posts. Nobody's ever made a post. Whoever owns this page has never made a post. Whoever created this page has never made a post. Okay? All year. Okay. The last post they made, well, I guess they made one in March. They made one in February. They haven't made a post, though, in over a month. Okay? They do have a menu. That's surprising, because most of them do not have a menu. But what the hell is this menu? Okay? Look how hard it is to get to this menu. So there's a lot of opportunities here. They have a menu under Notes. Huge opportunity here. Okay? And like, here's another one, Lynn Street Cafe, right down there by the library in Iowa City. 0 results again. That's low-hanging fruit. Here's one of my favorites. Okay? Does anybody know at a glance what's wrong with this one? So this is another Iowa City restaurant, Oasis Falafel. Good falafel place. I love it. Okay? What's the big? Yes, this is a huge opportunity. If we type in Oasis Falafel here, guess what we see? It's under people. It's under people. They have a business on a personal profile. This is not a fan page, period. This is a personal profile, which, among other things, is against Facebook's terms of service. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I think I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Cha-ching, cha-ching, make a change.
They're at a huge risk of completely losing this. And frankly, here's the biggest problem with this. Can you like their page, or can you like Oasis Falafel on Facebook? You cannot. You can't like them. They're missing out on a giant portion. Now, do you think this is a freakish occurrence that happens only rarely, once in a lifetime? Or do you think that there's plenty of businesses in every single city in the world, not just in the U.S. or Canada, in the U.K. as well, Europe, Australia, et cetera, where these same things exist? Yeah. How do you find them? You do what I did. You put in a city name, you put in the industry, and then you just start doing searches on Facebook. It's as simple as that. We call this low-hanging fruit. And I bet if you put a little bit of effort into it, you can find 10 or 20 of these businesses today that are all low-hanging fruit that you can start conversations with, that in the next few days would naturally lead to cash in your pocket. Okay, here's other opportunities that I look for specifically for low-hanging fruit. I love to look at restaurants that don't have menus. Okay, so if I look at restaurants here like Oasis Falafel, not only is it in the wrong place, it doesn't even have a menu. Do you know the number one thing people look for on a mobile device or Facebook related to restaurants is a menu? They do not have a menu. Okay? Other times I see is comment spam. I see local businesses where people are posting on their timelines and on their walls with pure spam. Okay? Those are opportunities. Those are low-hanging fruit. One of my favorites is they have a really done-up, awesome, fantastic website that they spent tens of thousands of dollars on, and they got a really dinky-winky, crappy Facebook page. That's an easy one. Okay? Another one is local businesses advertising on Google pay-per-click. So let me give you an example of that. This is one of my favorites, by the way. So if I type in Iowa City Plumber and do a search on that, we can see that Old Plumbing here is advertising. Okay, so they're trying to get business, and they're advertising on Google. And first of all, this is the site that they're advertising. I don't know if there's any opportunity there or not. All right. Second of all, if we actually do a search for Old Plumbing in Facebook itself, oops. Let me just type it in. Old Plumbing. Okay. What do we have here, Tina? What's the problem? Yeah, it's a profile.
Oop, you have
it's not a fan page.
Yes, it's a profile. Sorry.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's amazing. Jason, could you go to my Tina Williams page for a second?
I would love to.
I want to show you guys how important what Jason's talking about is. Right there where you see do it yourself, that little symbol right there, what Jason's showing you is amazing. We left that there, and it was amazing. When you showed that page before, a lot of people pointed it out. But that is the old FBML. We left that there on purpose because there are some businesses out there that are still using it. And as of June 1st, it's going to completely go away. So if you see that on a page, or like Jason pointed out, you see pages using profiles, or there's lots of other things, just looking at those tabs and seeing nothing there, cha-ching, cha-ching. Where's Maria with her little cha-ching noise maker thing? That's a perfect thing right there, guys.
Here's what else I like with the new changes.
Love it.
I can send a message directly to the page owner.
Yep, exactly.
If they have a Facebook fan page, I can send it, boom, right there. Yep.
Yeah, guys, there's so much opportunity. This is like the tip of the iceberg, and the possibilities are just endless. Jason, it's amazing what you're showing. Thank you so much. People are absolutely loving it in the Q&A here. If I see one more OMG, it's incredible. Greatness, OMG, OMG, OMG.
Yeah, so the Google pay-per-click thing, Tina, is hot because people are advertising on there, and they're trying to get business, and they're paying money for it, and they're using online. And then if I find them on Facebook and I see that they've committed one of the many Facebook sins, such as a profile instead of a page, oh my gosh, it's the easiest conversation in the world to start with them. Local businesses, I love to watch TNT. I don't know if people get that station or not. Turner something television, I don't know what it is. But I like watching TNT because they show all these local advertisings all the time. Because they have a block for like advertising for local businesses. And they run these local advertisements. And every time I see one when I'm watching television, I'm on my iPad or my, or my Android, and I'm looking that business up on my phone. And I'm seeing where are they at on Facebook. Because if they're advertising and they're spending money on television commercials and they have a poor presence or no presence on Facebook, those are prime opportunities to start conversations with those local businesses. Okay? It's endless. And here's the best part. That's just the beginning. When you sell the client on fan page optimization, you can upsell them on mobile sites, which almost no business in the world has. You can upsell them on text message marketing, which no business owner has, really. One of my favorite things, and this is how we built FanPro, is we have it. If you use FanPro with another piece of software, which is called WP Twin of ours, you can literally clone fan pages. So you can clone a custom style fan page that you created once and then just go in there and make a couple tweaks for each new client. So you could have a restaurant clone and you go in and make 2 tweaks and now you have it everywhere. You have the menu clone and now you can just quickly deploy it and change a couple things and do this and serve mass markets and do tons of businesses lickety-split. Make over $1,000 an hour, as I have sometimes, and I'm sure Tina has and Maria has. And I know Derby, who was on this call earlier, I'm sure he's done something like that. The possibilities are endless, and it's just the beginning. And Tina will tell you, she doesn't have just a Facebook client. She has a client who uses Facebook and mobile and social media, other platforms, and they pay her for all of those things. Here's the final verdict. I don't care what you're doing. You should be doing it on Facebook, whether it's affiliate marketing with viral applications, selling your own products because you can use the engagement, consulting because there's opportunities galore, or traffic generation of any sort. Facebook is the playground, which you want to be playing in and tying all your other web properties to. And here's something even more shocking. Facebook is getting more powerful every single day for what it can do for you and your business. So you'll be left in the dust if you're not using this. For example, just today, May 3rd, 7:14 a.m., Facebook added a new feature. Okay? This new feature is called customizable action links. And so notice the one below where it says save this recipe. You can create customizable action links now for your posts on Facebook. That's incredible. And Facebook is doing more and more stuff like this every single day. They're just going to become a titan, a juggernaut. They're going to be the ones that finally knock Google off their high horse. And competition is good, and you're going to benefit from that. But imagine the poor fools who are going to spend another 6 or 12 months before they finally begrudgingly accept Facebook. How far ahead of them are you going to be? And how much can you help them if you start doing this today?